Hello everyone and welcome to my Song of Horror episode 1 walkthrough. In this video I'll show you how to get the Fall of the House of Husher achievement, for which you have to find Daniel at the Husher mansion without losing any characters on Edgar Allan Poe or higher difficulty. Basically you have to complete this episode without getting anybody killed on the hard difficulty. This isn't that tough to do when you know where you're going. Hopefully this video helps some of you out. If you're looking for more of a blind playthrough, I have my blind playthrough of this episode linked in the description if you'd like to check that out. Also, if you'd like to come and watch me play these sorts of games live, come on over to twitch.tv/ifreams, throw me a follow over there. We live stream lots of different horror games and do speedruns and all kinds of good stuff. If that's what you're interested in, I'll link that in the description and pin it in the comment section for you if you're looking to follow me there. Thank you all so much for checking out the video. Let me know in the comment section if you found this useful, and let's get this going. Okay, so I'll do my best to skip cutscenes, so we're not really paying attention to those, we're just here for these achievements, or trophies. Okay, really short section in the apartment here, but I thought I'd include it anyway. Although, you should have already done this pretty easily. You just want to head into the room. Right here it's like the living room, and then leave, and then head into the room opposite, and that'll trigger the phone to ring. You want to answer the phone, and then you'll be on the way to the house. Like I said, I'm going to skip all these cutscenes. If you're looking for more of a blind playthrough, I have done one. I'll link it in the description for you guys, and it did not go as well as this at all. It's crazy how fast you can do this compared to a first time playthrough, but it's kind of why I like to post both. We get the best of both worlds. Some people like to watch me go through blind, so I get scared and make mistakes. It's fun to watch like that sometimes, but also those people who are looking for achievement guides and stuff, I like to provide that too, because I do like doing that stuff myself. Right, so here we are at the house. Again, a very short segment here as Daniel, but we'll just run through it and get it done. I really don't think you can mess this up, because you're just supposed to enter the room to get Daniel trapped, more or less, but if you restart in the episode, you might have to do this, so I thought I'd include it. It's not going to hurt, considering how short it is. Skip these tutorials. Hopefully,
someone playing a music box.
You've already read all of that stuff on your original playthrough. So, let's head through this door, into the living room, through here, into the dining room, and then we'll find a note on the door right here. Skip these tutorials again, back out of the note, into this room, and we're just going into the creepy door that's over here on the side.
Can there be a door there?
And that's it for the prelude, more or less. Little cutscene here. Sorted. Okay. So, now we get to pick our character and stuff. Obviously skipping these cutscenes. 3 days later. Skip this one too. So, for this playthrough I chose Alexander because he has the most strength, and I feel like one of the things that can really screw you over in this run is when the doors start getting burst into by the darkness and you've got to mash buttons to hold them back, and I feel like strength is probably the thing that makes it easier for you to do. Although, because I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, this game does recommend that you play on controller, but I prefer mouse and keyboard myself. And what I did was used my mouse software to rebind E, which is the default key for mashing to close the door, I rebound that to my scroll wheel to make it as easy as possible to mash when I've got to keep the darkness out. If you're on controller, basically you just want to use your best mashing technique. I don't really have a tip for controller, but I feel like that's the thing that's most likely to screw you over during this run. So just be ready to mash. And that's also why I recommend Alexander, like I mentioned. So we're heading into the living room here, and I think I took a few wrong turns throughout this run, and this was one of them. You don't want to go into this room. You actually want to go towards the kitchen. I'll try my best to point out the wrong turn so you don't copy me, but yeah, essentially we're just going to the door that's opposite us right now. It was a pretty good pace. It's annoying to get a mistake right at the beginning, but it's a very small one, and at the beginning here it doesn't really matter because the darkness doesn't start coming after you for a little while until you get those first initial tutorials. So we'll come through here into this sort of side passage, and there's some matches on the side. We don't need these now, but it doesn't hurt to grab them now. And then we're going to go through this door into the kitchen, and on the counter you can find a part of a key that you'll need later on. One of these doors is locked, and it's the one I just tried, so we're not going through there just yet. We're going through this door. And in here we can find the motor oil, which we need to grease the drawer in the library so that we can get the key and start unlocking some of these doors. So right here we get this tutorial. Like I said, I rebound this. You might be able to tell by how fast I'm mashing in order to close the door. Oh no, this is the listen tutorial. We'll get to the mashing tutorial in a second. But yeah, if you do have some sort of mouse software, I use the Razer software because I have a Razer mouse. If you have some alternative that allows you to rebind stuff, because this game doesn't have rebind abilities, or at least it's not in the game's menu. It might be in the main menu, but I couldn't find them, so I just ended up using my mouse software, which is kind of what I usually do if I need to rebind something on a game that won't allow you to do it. Alright, so here we are in the library. We had to go through the living room to get here. We're going to come around to this desk and use the motor oil on the desk, and that'll allow us to get the key. There's also a collectible in this drawer. There's 2 of these that you'll want to get. I'm pretty sure there's achievements linked to getting all of the collectibles throughout all of the episodes, so when I do these guides I'll do my best to include them. There's only 2 for us to get, and that's 1, so very good. So now that we've got this key we can start unlocking some stuff, but the phone's going to ring first. Let's go and answer that.
I think I should answer.
You can skip this if you want to, and you should get that mashing tutorial now. I think
Marcia?
it's coming up very soon. I think it's when we next go to the kitchen.
No.
So we can unlock this door right here. It's in the dining room. Let's go ahead and unlock that. There's a screwdriver in this room that we want to grab on the desk. So grab that, and that's all we need out of this room. Let's head back out. So we're going to head to the kitchen, but we got to do this tutorial. Some of the cutscenes, the game gives you the button prompt to skip, but it doesn't actually let you skip it, which is kind of weird. But rebinding anything you've got on mash to scroll wheel on PC makes mashing so much easier. I feel like it's easier to mash on controller because you're usually using your thumbs, right? I feel like I can mash better on controller than I can on PC, but I don't actually have a decent controller anymore. I kind of need to get one, but for the most part I just play games on mouse and keyboard these days.
My mind is playing tricks on me.
But yeah, like I said, the mashing mechanic in this game when the darkness is trying to break through the door is definitely something that can kill your characters, so do whatever you can to mash as effectively as you can. So now the game will allow us to go upstairs. And we need to come up here and grab a washcloth. Those tank controls can get you turned around here and there, which is what just happened there. But we can use the key on this door. We don't have to go into this room yet, but I'm just going to unlock the door. And we want to go into the bathroom. Make sure before you go in through doors, if it gives you the option to, listen to the door. When we come into this bathroom, we can grab the cloth that's on the sink there, and then we can leave. Yeah, because if you don't listen to the door and you try to just rush through, you can end up getting yourself killed very easily. Before you leave the second floor, come back here and grab the garage remote control. We'll be needing that in a minute. And now we want to head back downstairs so that we can turn the electricity back on and also get the fuses. Right, so to get to there we need to go to the door that is near the front door, but there's also a door in the kitchen that we can unlock. So let's go back to there quickly. Yeah, you might want to unlock that door now. Right here I was cleaning up the water in the kitchen so that we can do the or turn the electricity back on. I didn't open the door here and go in and grab the wood. You don't have to do it now, but you can always do it now if you'd like to. We do have to come back here in a while anyway, so it's either way is fine. I did grab the wood a little bit later. Again, it's fine to do it now or later, it's up to you. Right, so now we have to go through here. Make sure you're listening to those doors when the game gives you the prompt. Although I think at this point you don't have to worry about being grabbed by the darkness, because we haven't gone through the tutorial for it yet. It's after the tutorial that you really want to start being careful, but I was just being extra careful and checking every door that it gave me the option to. So come over here to the workbench in the garage, or the garage if you're British, and pick up the box that's on the table, and you combine it with the screwdriver you just picked up to get the fuses. And we're going to go and use those fuses in the basement. And we need to unlock this door first. Now that it's unlocked, let's go in and head down. I actually messed up the order of things I was doing here, but I just edited it so that it will be seamless for you guys to copy me. This puzzle is also a little bit confusing at times, but essentially if you just copy what I do here, you'll be just fine. So the 25 fuse goes on the top left, the 20 fuse I believe goes, no, the 10 fuse goes on the bottom right, I think. The 20 fuse in the bottom left and the 15 on the top right, and that should be the right order, allowing you to turn the electricity back on. And because you've cleaned up the water in the kitchen, it won't short out and you'll have your electricity back. So there's one more item in the basement that we want to get. Usually you have to wait till later until you've found the codes to get into the safe. Again, I said I messed up the order here, so I've just edited these to be in the right order. The code for this is 4798. And that'll allow you to get one of the dolls a little bit early and make it so that you don't have to come down to the basement. Being faster during this run is going to work in your favor, just because the longer you take, obviously the longer you spend in the house, which results in more opportunities for the darkness to get you. So you want to be as fast as you can, which is why I've edited the game in a certain way so that you can just follow me and pretty much take the quickest route. There's a couple, like I said, there's a couple of mistakes in there. I'll try to point them out wherever I see them. So we're coming back into the garage now, and we want to hold the button on the boiler on the far right for 4 seconds to reset it, and that will allow you to use the garage remote to open the door and get outside to grab a couple of items. I think actually we only needed jumper cables from this outside area from the car here, so grab those jumper cables or battery clamps, whatever you want to call them. The second collectible is also in the back of the car, so come to the back of the car, grab that second collectible, and you're good to go. So now that we've done that, let's head out of here, back into the main hallway of the house, this way. And now we want to go upstairs and get a little jump scare here. One great thing about this game, but what also makes it a little bit difficult, is that the AI is random. Like, the things I'm experiencing might not be stuff that you guys are experiencing, so you just have to be ready at the right moments to avoid the darkness and keep yourself alive. Skipping that cutscene there, make sure you turn the light on before you enter this room. The switch is just on the right side. You'll get yourself killed if you run into that room without turning the light on, so make sure you do that first. Head on in here, and there's a doll on the table, or on the bed, sorry, and a cassette on the desk. You can listen to that if you like, although you don't have to. Right, so out we go, and we're leaving this room now. So that's 2 dolls, I think, now. We need 5 in total to move towards the end of this run. So, after we've done all of this, you should get the tutorial for the darkness and hiding from it here. It should pop up at the same time for you as it has me. So, go ahead and get into the wardrobe. I'm sure if you played this before, you know exactly what's going on here. As soon as you see the heartbeat in the center of the screen, press the button prompt, which for me is space. And because Alex has a low serenity stat, I thought that these would be harder, but to be honest, they seem fairly easy with him. He also has the flask, and you can sort of tell when he's getting panicked because you can hear his heart beating when you're running around. At which point you'll want to drink from the flask to calm him down. Right, so now that we've done that, we're gonna head outside and use the battery clamps on the battery to give power to the floodlight. Let's go ahead and do that. Grab the tongs from the barbecue while you're here as well. We can use those to get another doll from the toilet in a moment. So, use the clamps. And now we can use the floodlight to burn the darkness off the door over here on the right side. So what you'll want to do is hold the button for a few seconds, and that'll start to melt the darkness off, and then release the button before the battery runs out, and then hold it again to completely remove the darkness from the door. And then we can go in. So, back in we go. And into that room. Again, if you get the prompt to listen, do your best to listen. I was foolish and didn't there. Could have got myself killed. I really should have listened. Make sure you're doing that. And any room that it gives you the cue, because you never know which one it's going to be lurking behind. Although I'd say you're probably safe, but as the AI is random, there's really no way to know. It's just best to check. So, in Julia's room, you're going to find the glue. Grab that. There's another cassette on the table. You can listen to that if you like. And that's it for Julia's room. We can leave. Sorted. And there is a toilet right here that we want to go into. Again, do your best to listen. There's another door in this corridor, and on the back right. Don't go through that door. It will get you killed.
Jesus, that toilet
So,
stinks.
use the tongs on the toilet to remove the doll. And get yourself another one of the dolls. So is that 3 now? I think that's 3, right? 3 dolls acquired already. Nice and easy. So, heading back out of this area, that's all we need to do here for now. out we go. And hopefully you grab that key from that room, because we're going to need it in a minute. It's just on the side as you enter that area. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but yeah, make sure you grab that. So now we need to use the key with the glue, or the key ring with the glue, and then use that on this door to open the door. And in here you can find the attic hook to get you into the attic. That's all you need in this room. Now that that is grabbed, we're going to head back this way and go through the door right here to get up into the attic. So you're going to have to look down to notice the scratch marks on the floor, and then use the hook and climb the ladder.
A look in the attic.
Up we go. Skip that cutscene, and here we encounter Julia. Talk to her.
It's me, Alex. Are you alright?
She's gonna give you haikus.
What? What is this?
And then back out of that. And she'll disappear. Gone in a flash.
Julia, where are you?
Right, out we go. Jump out of this window, and that'll allow you to get onto the scaffolding, and then we're going to head down this ladder to head into the room that is down here to collect another one of the dolls. So through here, and on the counter is another one of the dolls.
Yeah.
There we go. It's 4 of the dolls. There's one more to get, and it's in Alex and Marcia's room. Again, make sure you're listening to these doors and just being careful, you know. So there's nothing in here. Although it's a good idea to remember this room. You don't actually need that note. So you don't have to come into this bathroom. You can just head to your right instead of going in there right now. So we can go through now. That unlocks the door. Have a quick listen. Play it safe. Doesn't sound like there's anything out there. And out we go. So you might get a jump scare here. Watch out for that. And we're gonna continue through. Sorted. So now we need one more doll, and we've got to use Alex's key in the backyard area. So again, I've got that AI messing with me, so this might not happen to you, but it was happening to me. So down we go. We're going downstairs, and we need to go through the garage area, which is the door at the back of the stairs. Ignore the AI, it's just acting up. So through here. And if this is going on for you also, you'll have to wait for it to finish so that you can go through this door. You can see that it said the door was locked while that was going on. But through we go. And down the stairs. Out here. And all the way to the back of this area, you can find a door which you can use the key we got upstairs to get into.
Nah.
Yeah, this key. Sorted. In we go. Couple of doors here to go in and check out. Again, make sure you're listening to the doors before you head in. One of them has the flammable substance in to help you start the fire later, and the other one has the last doll that we need. So grab that. There is a bathroom here, but I don't think there's anything in there. I don't think you have to go in here, but I'm pretty sure I did, just to check it out. Yeah, nothing in here. One of the few rooms in the game that doesn't have anything going on with it. Right. So, yeah, you don't actually have to go in there. There's a note on the table if you also would like to grab that, but I'm not going to. I'm not really paying attention to the notes. Right, so let's head back around this way. There's another door here that we need to go through to get the flammable substance. Again, make sure you're listening to those doors, listening out for that darkness on the other side of it. It is random, so if it was there for me or it isn't there for me, doesn't mean it's not going to be for you. Make sure you're checking. And then grab that flammable whatever it was and head back out of here. That's all we need for there. And then we're going to head over to our left to unlock this door. And this takes us back towards the basement door and the garage door. And we can head back outside. Right here, I think I was just looking at the map to figure out what I wanted to do next. But I think now I've got all of the dolls. And I pretty much just want to go and use the dolls on the second floor. But yeah, I was just looking at the map, thinking about my next move. And the door jump scared me.
It is opening.
Let's get this closed. Creepy stuff. GG darkness. GG. So make sure after you go through that, on whatever door you go through it with, you don't open the door straight after, because it will just straight up kill your character. And also, again, listen to those doors. Make sure you're playing it safe. Okay, so now we've got to go and... oh yeah, this is where I go and grab the wood from the other locked door in the kitchen. I could have done this earlier, but I chose to do it now. After this, we've got to go upstairs and sort the dolls out, I believe. But I decided to go and get the wood. I also heard Alex's heart beating, indicating that he was getting a little bit panicked, so I drank from the flask, which calms him down. So this back door here is the last use for the key that we have in our inventory. Let's use that, open this up, and of course listening to the door, being very careful. In we go, and in the back corner of this room you can find the log pile, which you will need shortly. So grab that, and we're heading back out of here. That's all there is in this room. So now that that's done, we need to head upstairs and start dealing with the dolls to get the old key. So back to the main hallway. We'll go through here and to our right, the way we came in. It's nice when you approach a door and it doesn't give you the whole press your ear against the door button prompt, so you know you can just go through, you don't have to waste any time. But I'm pretty sure that won't always be the same for you as it has been for me, so just be careful. This was a wrong turn. You don't want to go into this room, it's the next room over. That's another little mistake there, but it's fine. So we're going into the playroom, this room right here. And we need to use the 5 dolls in a specific order. So the order is always the same. We put the doll with a shower cap in the bathtub. We put the doll with the glasses on in the library. We put the gross doll in the bottom left room. The doll with no mouth in the kitchen. And the doll with the happy face in the dining room. And that will get us the old key. Sorted. So let's head out of here. Now that we have the key. And this will spawn the disgusting looking figures around the house. I'm not sure if these guys all spawn in at the same time, or you've got to find them in a specific order. I did them in order, so feel free to copy me if you want, or you can watch ahead and just go to the closest location that I show, but it shouldn't really matter either way. You're going to get it done. You're probably going to get jumped one more time by the darkness because it's on to you basically at this point, I think. But when you come into the living room here, you'll want to start the fire by using the wood and then the flammable stuff and then the matches, and that will get the fire going for you. So that's done, and now we want to head into the dining room through this door over here in the back of this area. And these figures that have spawned around the house all have notes that you want to grab.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
So grab yourself that first note. We need to gain access to that door in the back of this area, but we can't go there just yet until we've done this next puzzle. So through this door right here, excuse me, and we're going into the kitchen, which is through this door. There's another one of those figures in here in the back corner. Grab the note.
Mother of God, how many of these things are there?
Right, that's 2 out of the 4 notes that we need. And then we're going to come through this door. Oh, no, don't go through this door. Another mistake there. Wrong turn. We're heading out of the kitchen now, back to the main hall. So back the way you came. Yeah, I knew there was a few misturns. Not many though, to be fair. This was quite a good path that I got figured out for this episode. So, now that that's done, let's head up the stairs and get these last 2 figures. Or get the notes from those figures, is actually what we're doing. So, one of them is on the left, over here. And the note is on the table. The last one is in Catherine's room, and I think I went the wrong way for a second here, but the darkness jumped me and I pretty much had to come back up here to hide anyway. So wait a moment until you follow me to get the next doll. I was looking at the map here to try and figure out where the next one was, but it is in Catherine's room. And I thought it was on the bottom floor, but it's not. It's basically the other side of this hallway. But I was on the way to the bottom floor and the darkness jumped me, so I had to come back up here, and I pretty much realised anyway along my way and ended up just editing it together so you guys don't get lost. Although I wanted to show me getting jumped. You never know, it might happen to you guys in the same way it did to me. So I ran for the hiding place that is next to the figure where we just got this note. You can basically hide under the desk in the back area of this hallway. Get those button prompts right, nice and easy. I think this one was a 2-phase darkness encounter. I'm pretty sure it gets progressively worse the longer you stay in the episode. Creepy. But yeah, I managed to calm him down. And we're good. Right, out we come. And
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
The last figurine is back here at the end of this hallway. I edited that together because I had gone the wrong way, but yeah, it's just in here. Hopefully you guys don't make the same mistake. It's pretty easy to follow. Pretty easy to follow this video, to be honest. And yeah, the last note is here in the bathtub. So that's all 4. And now we need to go back to the playroom to grab the gross doll and then burn it in the fireplace. So we're going back this way. I think the bird jumped me here. That might happen to you a little bit earlier, but it tends to happen on each playthrough. It's happened to me on each one of mine. Right, so I can't use the flask anymore. I didn't realise it only had one use, but I could hear Alex's heart beating, so I thought it was time for another drink, although I can't. So into the playroom, and let's go grab the doll. Just interact with the dollhouse. I got jumped by the darkness here, so I think it pretty much gets aggressive during this section of the game because it knows what you're doing. Something it's on to you. Sorted. You really just want to be mashing fast, and then as soon as you get the bar full,
Mary and Joseph.
pressing the space button or whatever button it is for you on controller. So there's the gross doll. We got that. We just need to go downstairs to the living room and burn that, and then more or less we're done here. Okay, so down the stairs and through this door right here, over to the fireplace, chuck that doll in. You have to look down in order to be able to do that. It can be a little bit fiddly at times. Yeah, chuck that guy in.
Burning hell, demon.
Burning hell, demon. And then we're going back towards the dining room. You'll notice that the creepy figure is gone, and we can go into this door now. Guess this is the study or whatever. And the door is here that Daniel disappeared into, and going through here is pretty much the end of the episode. Use the old key on the door. And down the stairs, all the way to the door in the back of this area to find Daniel. And we're done.
Jesus Christ. Oh God.
That'll get you your achievement for getting through the episode 1 without
Help.
getting any characters killed.
I need help.
I'm going to do my best to do this for all of the episodes. I really do enjoy doing these kind of
They finally found
achievements.
me. I was feverish, dehydrated,
So there we go.
and terrified.
I'll show the final cutscene here, why not? But yeah, thank you very much for watching.
Much about the ride to the hospital, but I did mumble a few questions about the music box. I had heard it. The endless, grim song it played wouldn't stop hammering in my brain. I would even swear I'd seen it there on the table, on the other side of the mirror. No, impossible. There was no box. It was just a hallucination, a mirage. I needed to rest, that was all. Just rest. Where am I?
Okay. Game has to get that one final jump scare in. So, I'll be doing, like I said, I'll be doing this for the other episodes. Look out for those videos if you're trying to get those achievements done. The 5th episode isn't out yet, and I also haven't even played the other 3. But if you'd like to catch my blind playthrough of this episode, I'll link that in the description for you, or you can come on over to twitch.tv/iFreams and check me out over there. We're also playing this game at the moment on stream, but I tend just to do different speedruns and play different games when I can. If you have any recommendations or you just want to chat, feel free to come on over. I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you found this helpful in the comment section if you can. Have a great day, and until next time, take it easy.